You got 17-year-olds like, yeah, like Ready to Die and Enter the Wu-Tang is my top 10 album ever. I'm like, bro, you just got hair on your dick. You got young boys and babies out here, and that's your favorite. Like, I don't care about people's objective top nothing. Tell me what is your favorite. I want to know why you think Pookie Dookie's second album is your favorite. Oh, I have memories attached to it. My brother did this when I was young, this and that, this and that. In track 7, he talks about this. I don't care about no objective dude, the kids be doing it with me. What kind of stupid shit is that? Everyone is making these lists just to have people engage. Why the fuck are we sitting here arguing about, oh, you don't got Tupac in your top 5? Nigga, no. I was fucking born when that nigga was at his peak. Like, who gives a fuck?
Another full house, man. We're actually doing really well. Happy to see it, man. Drea, what's up? How you doing?
I am excited to be here.
Oh, awesome. 3 times in a row, man. It's impressive.
See what happens when you let people know.
Put the mellow up right there.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
See what happens when you let people know.
Oh my God. Reek's in the building.
Yes, sir.
Oh, even G in the building on camera. Let's go.
Liddy.
That's nice. All right. Well, welcome, McFly here as well, always. I want to start with something really kind of interesting. Let me first start saying, like, I like Tyler for the most part. He's an interesting guy. It's a little weird, not always embraced by the culture. Early rap says some really wild shit, but you know he's grown as an artist. He says something that's really good. We had the clip beginning of the video. I like where he's coming from, but when you say in so many words, Tupac, who gives a fuck, my antenna rises because it's like, pause, nigga, what? You don't, that just doesn't mesh to me as like, you don't, and the problem, it also speaks to the idea, like, because you figure Tyler's a younger dude too. These motherfuckers don't know shit that, I don't know what happened because I was born when he was at his peak. Yo, respectfully, does a fucking internet not work where you live at? You can't go back and look at some, oh, well, you mad at young dudes that went back and listened to old shit? Like, why do you like that old shit? Because they listen to it, nigga. Like, are you stupid? To just say you should only like YoungBoy because you also are a young boy is retarded. You do understand that if motherfuckers had that shit, some of the greatest producers of all time, the Dre's, the Pharrells, even the fucking the D's of the world, if they didn't know shit that happened before them, half they fucking samples wouldn't exist. So this is a stupid take of like, why would you know these other guys? You should be telling them as somebody who's supposed to be one of those real musicians, go look up some shit that happened before you were fucking born. Great shit happened before you 17 years ago when you bust out your mama's vagina, motherfucker. What are we talking about? So I just
tell them why you mad.
I'm real mad. I feel like it just always has to get disrespected all the time, and it's just like, nigga, go look up this shit.
Right.
It is definitely a lack of respect. I think that it's really just a huge lack of respect. That's all it really boils down to. I don't think it boils down to anything other than that, because I think that like a lot of the rappers nowadays, I mean, like you said, they're just so young. They don't have that. They can't relate on a level that's like, man, I remember where I was when this song came out, or I remember when he was talking about X, Y, and Z, and like, it's just not relatable to them. So it's just pure ignorance when it comes down to it. I don't think it's really, that's all it is.
But also, they can't have those type of moments because their music sucks. So they.
Danny Brown talked about that. He was like, people wonder why you suck on old shit. It's just like, because old shit seemingly was made better. There was more time and effort. You couldn't just drop some shit on SoundCloud.
Way more time and effort. Everybody wants to go viral now. Everybody wants to be that new TikTok sensation. It's not necessarily, it's nothing else besides that. Like, they just looking for that quick buck.
Yeah, like real artists back then that actually wanted to make real music. So like, you know, sometimes we get on Nas about that, but Nas Like he been dropping albums, and he like they interviewed him. I saw in the interview he was just saying like, "Yo, I would like enjoy making music right now. That's why I'm doing it, just because I enjoy making music because he's an artist." You know, you got a lot of young artists now. They just do it because they get views, or you don't have to be that talented to really get on and make a hit.
I was gonna
Nah.
ask y'all, do y'all
It's
think
not like
go ahead.
it's not like they're saying Loon is my favorite rapper, right? They're saying
Right.
legendary rappers who made
You s-
music that stand the test of time.
That man
Now, if these
said
niggas
Lu-
came up and
no,
said,
pause,
"Yo,
pause. You said
Philly's Most
Lune?
Wanted album 1 is my favorite," I'd be like, "Man, get the fuck out of here!
Right.
You're
That's
not listening
nobody's
to that.
favorite. That's not even Philly Most Wanted's
You don't even
favorite.
right."
Yo,
So
He
like,
said
Loon.
Lune.
yo,
I'm
Mano
done.
freestyle 3 is
Hey.
like, come on.
Lune
No, he
and
said
Mano is
Tupac,
crazy.
man. He
Yeah.
said he's saying Wu-Tang. These
Mano?
are legendary artists, legendary groups that make music that stand the test of
Him,
time. And
him saying that is like, yo, why would you like Michael Jackson? Why would you like the Thriller
right,
album? Like, why
it's
would you like Off the
crazy.
Wall? Like,
It's
it
like
came out
these
before we was
people,
born. Like,
yeah, these people literally like they're the reason why you're even able to make the music that you make.
And he knows that. That's why it's kind of weird. He's the dude that is big
Yeah.
on the history of hip hop.
That is
Maybe
And
he's
he
awesome.
trying to
says
just
stuff like
be
this.
in people's mouths, I'm assuming. I don't know, because it's
I-
just like it was a wild take. I was just like, when I
I
I think
watched
it's
it,
out of
for-
context clip.
I think it is out of context.
Mhm.
I think what he's speaking to is the idea that people make lists, and it's like you're supposed to have a list that resembles what
Right.
Billboard says, what source. And I get that part of it. Like we talk about like who you should like and then who you actually like. We all have the list of like, all right, like impact wise, these 10 guys should be somewhere in your top 20. But then we all have guys that are just like, yo, for me, I like Banks. Banks should not be a top 10 rapper in anybody's list. But for me, for the personal connection, me liking the music, liking the lyricism, and then the experiences I had while hearing that as like the soundtrack of my life at that time, I would have him maybe in my top 10 or top 15, which is like high, but like it's just my preference. So I think what he was trying to do is speak to preference over just following Billboard. But that's a fine line. You have the line like to suggest you should only like guys that are, current to your time frame or your age. That's dumb. That's not how nothing else is done in any other discipline on the planet. No one does anything like that. No one says, "Oh, only what happened right now is what matters." That's a bad take. Overall, that's a bad take.
it's really stupid take.
I heard somebody recently just talking about how they don't understand how a lot of these kids can say that Pac or Big is like their biggest influence or whatever the case because they're too young to even know. But I feel like we live in an age where you can hear anybody from any era, any genre, like from hundreds of years ago, and I just don't even understand how that's even a talking point.
You can go to a streaming site and pull up Count Basie right now if you want.
Yeah, no, that's the
anybody.
thing. Is just like I don't understand this argument of like why are you guys trying to take from? I mean, a lot of some, and it's funny because like the loudest ones are always the ones that say the wrong thing. Like it's like, yeah, Pac and Big, their albums there. It's like it's in the 90s. It was back in the day. Big only had 2 albums. All that kind of stuff. Like we're gonna hear that, but I feel like a lot of the kids now, like they are influenced by those bigger names from way back in the day.
When it comes
To be
to
fair,
Big,
though,
some of them.
no one talks about the reverse for Big in particular. He only got 2 albums. The fact that he's held in such high regard after only having 2 albums is the other side of that coin. Like, well, he ain't got enough body of work. No, why is his shit reused, recycled by 100 rappers? Everyone uses his lines. You'll hear 4, 5, 6, 7 other guys take the same line from Big.
It was his style of rap.
He's not impactful. Like, yeah, chill out.
What are you talking about?
He's 100%
his style is extremely like, I mean, it's just so good. Like I don't even know how. Like it's just he has a great style. His ability to tell a story, like his ability to just like you vibe to it.
They don't want to hear that story though.
They can't rap in stories. They can't.
Yeah,
rap.
right.
To be fair, Tyler's probably right to the people he's talking to. He's probably like spot on. He's probably had these conversations with these people, and then I'm giving him a lot of credit, but maybe he's trying to dig deeper. Oh, okay. Yeah, because he knows Ready to Die. He knows. All right. and then he's trying to get deeper with him, and it's like, oh, you don't really like this song. You just were supposed to like this song. So that's
So who
probably the
would you
conversation
say?
he's having.
Who would you
Could
say is his audience though?
Well, the people he's talking to the young kids that
Yeah.
are saying that. Like he's probably like actually talking to them and getting the impression that they don't know what they're talking about.
like that movie Dope. Or the kids that was in the 90s hip hop, but they couldn't tell you like what year something came out. Like it was like you might be talking to those kids, but it's like, but it still doesn't defeat the fact that they actually like the music. They
Yeah.
might not know everything that happened, but you
Right,
can't
right.
say they're crazy for liking the music.
I mean, it's a quick clip, but I feel like that context is missing, which is how clips work. There's no context to the clip, so it's hard to say. But like, then
You were
say,
heard in a soundbite saying.
I mean, but that's what. But like but again, you got to. I think as a rapper, as a public figure, you got to be wary of the things that you say. And I feel like to say or even suggest you shouldn't like them is one thing. Just say the machine says you should like them, and that's fine if you say it like that. Hey, the powers that be want you to like Pac, but there's a reason like so many people like Pac. There's a reason why so many people like Big. It's not like by accident. It's not like you said. They're not picking up Loon and fucking random niggas and being like, yo, that's a crazy.
Yeah, I forgot Loon. Yo,
Like I
the
forgot he
fact that-
existed until you said it. But like I'm
Yeah.
saying, like you're not talking about those guys. We're talking about Big and Pac, and I think
Talk
he
about
mentioned a
legends.
Wu-Tang album. Like
Right.
literally legends. Like these are people who
Right.
I mean, they created what we have.
like each one of them people that he mentioned had their own way that influenced music on a national and even global scale. To some
Yeah,
extent. You
absolutely.
can't just deny
Absolutely.
that because
Yeah, because now you have trendy beats, drill beats.
and then to mention them and then to mention them in the same sentence as like an NBA young boy, like
I
are
saw
you
that.
fucking are you
That's
like
sick.
that's a whole if you want to bring
That's
up
a-
a Kendrick, a Cole, a Drake,
Right.
those like more generational transcendent talents, that's fine. You said fucking young boy. You pretty much said every young kid should be an idiot and only like other idiots because they're young. That's dumb. And that's
Yeah.
usually not how
And-
he talks. He's usually a
and
little smarter than that.
And I will say that people that
It's
actually,
the Illuminati.
the kids that actually do listen to Young Boy don't even mention guys like Big and Pop. Like they don't listen. to them.
No.
They
No,
don't listen
absolutely
to
not.
him. Young
Right.
boy is a ghost, so why listen to anybody else?
Right.
Yeah, so again, that's why I kind of asked G, I asked you why the whole like who do you think his audience really is? Because it's just like who are you even talking to that would reference
Weird black kids
And white.
and white kids. Yeah, weird black kids and all white kids.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That's his
I mean,
okay.
I like Tyler. I don't have a problem with him. I would consider
I
myself
like
a weird
I
black
like
kid.
it. I like his music. Like he got good
Yeah.
albums that are very
Okay.
90s R&B influence.
But I know I'm a weird black kid, so I know who we talking to.
The same influence that he's like doubling down
Why
on.
would you like that? Like, why would you like that? Like, nigga, you
Mad
like
goofy.
like you introducing that music to these kids.
True. Very true.
Like if they start looking at the samples of where you got stuff from, and they go
Right.
listen to it, like they'll be sitting there acting like they're crazy for liking stuff that's before them.
Yeah.
I actually think they got good. taste
Super
if they
weird
don't like-
take.
if they like Big more over NBA Youngboy, they're on the right track.
I mean, like, if you listen to them both and you have some kind of like fair criteria, I don't know how you sit there and say, "Oh, I like him better." Just on ability, on delivery, on just the variety of topics they talk about. Like,
Yeah, but the delivery now is ziva. Yeah,
Right.
So
True.
anything that's not that,
but
it's
like,
trash.
but isn't but thing is this though? Isn't that crazy? Because to me, I was talking about somebody else that we all know from the Atlanta area, and I was like, if you lined up Migos, all three of them, rest in peace, Takeoff, Future, Doug, Dirk, who else? What's the snitch nigga name? Gunna.
Gonna.
You line all them up and get them 3 bars and have them just all rap a verse, 3 bars a piece. Boom, 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 boom. Can you really fucking tell everybody's voice different? And if you can, you a goddamn lie. Because the
But
only
that's
one
not
you
what they
may
care
pick
about.
out You may pick out Thug potentially because Thug get real weird in delivery.
Yeah,
when they
he
rapping normal, you catching.
he's
People gonna be
different.
like, who
but
did
it don't
that? Who
matter.
did that? But no, I understand that. But I'm saying it should matter because to make money and be big, like being before this, it was about chasing uniqueness. That's all I want to ask you about this.
They won't ever get there before you get. They won't ever get there because I can't remember this song in one take when I hear it in the club. So I'll never even try to understand it.
I mean, but let me ask you this. So this is my point. Do y'all think that the monetary success, the lucrative nature of rap is to blame? And I ask that because it is. There's no incentive to be different. It's just a rush to be like everybody else.
Absolutely.
And that's what's pushed. There's no points for originality. It's just, do you sound like everybody else?
Yeah.
Do you think that's the blame? And like, if that's the case, like, how do you incentivize different shit?
Because the executives but the executives are looking for that. Like, they see what works and they don't even realize that like hip hop is not based on like everybody doing the same thing over and over again. Like, if they understood the culture of hip hop, they would not be on this train of like, let's ride this shit into the ground, because that's really what it's all about. It's like they see one thing that works. Like, you hear a voice that's different. Like, so say for instance, Coi Leray. So she has her own little style, however she talks, however she raps. And then I heard like a knockoff version of her on some commercial recently. And in my mind, I instantly was just like, some person saw that this works for her and just tried to put it on some girl randomly. And like, now it's like, okay, like that works. So let's just make this money off of that. No, seriously.
I don't even think that she's that unique. You said it, I was just like, she sound like every other like light-skinned New York-based chick trying to rap. Like, it's just the accent is thicker with Cardi, sure, but like Cardi's from the Bronx, you hear that shit all day.
Yeah,
other
absolutely.
than that, like
Cardi, she has a very distinct voice.
Like, she has a very distinct voice.
Even her cadence is kind of similar to everybody else, but it's just the New York accent is just don't leave.
Very heavy.
That shit's real heavy.
I just think that they see something that works and they want to keep on running it into the ground. It's kind of like this sounds gonna sound bad, but it's like the same thing with like white Air Force Ones. They wear them shits into the ground. They see that those are great. Like, oh, black people like those. I should start wearing those. And I'm gonna keep wearing those same Air Force Ones.
If you told a white guy, draw a cool dressed black guy, he would draw him with Air Force Ones.
That's the thing. Like,
draw him with Air Force Ones.
That's their culture. They don't have culture, so it's like they ride everybody else's into the ground, and it's
I would say they don't understand our culture, so they can't remix it and redevelop it. They have to just go with whatever is the flavor of the month, which is the mumble, trap, rap, simple cadence, similar sounding beats.
Yeah,
it's not even a culture anymore. It's a machine.
That's how they roll.
Yeah, it's very like it's a copycat era. That they just do everything the same. Like, if you
why though?
Because they're stupid.
Money. I think because it's making money. I think realistically, if you stop buying that shit and putting that shit on, you have to start something different.
Right. It's about making money and also like whatever's getting people views and likes.
Which ultimately can lead to monetization. So
right. So people aren't being like unique. Like we mentioned earlier when we came up, like no rapper wanted to sound like another rapper. Like everybody wanted to have their own style.
But that was because it was our culture. Now I feel like it's gone.
Well, that's because these like I mentioned earlier, you got a lot of kids who don't want to be. They're not real artists. Like I can do like somebody come out with a style, and it's like, okay, I can do that style, and then they'll make a song that sounds just like the last person, because that last person is being successful and everything. Like they're not real artists. They don't have a passion or a real thing for like music.
Can you do this? It's like they show them something. It's like, can you do this? Yeah. Oh, this person, I can market them. They look just like so-and-so.
Right. Like how many people rapping like Lord Infamous from 3 6 Mafia? Like he's back in the 90s and everybody's like got his flow now.
That's true.
Then, you know what I mean? They all like Gunna, like all of them do Gunna, Migos, like everybody's rapping just like him. Like it's just weird. And the crazy thing is, why is it like the Baby's the only one they recognize is like doing the same thing over and over? when
The
all of
baby,
them were doing it.
Well, they
Why,
don't.
why do they hate the baby? That's a good question. Why do everybody hate the baby? He the same
Like-
as all
Oh,
of them.
because he a whack at like who kisses and
But-
tells? Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
But,
stop it.
but you know what? Here's the thing
Kiss,
about
wait,
the
wait,
baby.
wait, no, talking about kiss and tell what? What are you talking about?
The whole Meg the Stallion thing. He's like, oh, I fucked her.
So
Okay.
I think it was the gay stuff and beating up women and shooting.
Yeah, it was that.
No,
It was
I
definitely
forgot
that.
about
It was
that.
definitely
No
that
one
stuff.
cares about saying
Forgot
he
about
fucking
that.
Stallion. That's
I
fine.
was waiting to you.
No,
finish
but
that. It
a
was
lot of
definitely the
people
other
was just
stuff.
like it was whack. It was just like he's just a whack nigga because
you know
like
what?
who
Nah,
does
he
that?
made-
I think
I
he's not
haven't
from
heard him since he
Atlanta.
made the LGBT crowd mad. Honestly, I
Yeah.
haven't heard a
Really?
single thing from him since he was
I
on stage
have.
talking crazy.
Yeah.
Not like
after that.
not like he used to. He used to be on
He-
every.
No,
he was
no,
on
he used to
every
be
feature.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he-
on like.
Well, that's because all his songs sound the same and people
But
would get
So does
annoyed.
everybody else.
Everybody
I'm saying
else
he's
is,
not from
right.
Atlanta. If he was from Atlanta, he'd be fine.
Right.
Because they
But you
all
know
do the
the other,
same
That's
shit.
but you
That's a
but you know
crazy
the other
take.
thing. But
That
you know
is
the
a
other
very
thing, though?
crazy take.
But here's the other thing.
Look, Atlanta has fucked up music. I said it. They have fucked up music.
But-
Atlanta, the city, has fucked up music. They used to
Talk
be
about a
unique.
soundbite.
Now they're the same. You niggas have fucked like the same shit, and now you wonder why all music's on the goddamn the same. Atlanta, step your
Jesus.
shit up, man. It's
Listen,
bullshit.
I would
Pretty
say that people get on the baby because the baby actually has his own style of rap.
He sounds
He has
different
his
than the rest of
own-
them.
He has his own flow.
compared to
Yeah.
compared to
That's
the
why
average
everybody say, like,
rapper. Yeah, I'd say
right.
so.
That's
sure.
why everybody like yo.
And
Why
he
you
has a
keep
distinct
making
voice.
That's true. His
he has a distinct
cadence
voice.
is he definitely his cadence is I can't lie. Like as a drummer, I love like his style of rapping because I like it, but I can't. fuck
Right.
with
So
it.
so because he has his own style, everybody like yo. We keep making the same song over and over again. Now people just now realizing yo, why Lil Baby making the same song over and over? I was like, I've been telling people for years he makes the same song over and over and over again. All
Over
these
and
dudes
over.
make the same song
Yeah,
over
we
and
got
over and over
receipts.
again. We got y'all just it's like y'all just out there and just think the baby's the only one that was doing it. All of these dudes do it.
Now,
like
now Little Baby's in trouble because they like this is the same as the
the
last
same
stuff.
song. NBA YoungBoy, same song.
It's
Like they
been
all
the
these
same
dudes make the
songs.
same song over and they not.
You think Lil Baby is the same over and over?
Yes.
That's why
Yes.
no the snippet
What?
he just
How's
dropped
that-
got
how's that a question?
destroyed.
How's that a
Yes,
question?
yes.
Yeah,
He
he
makes
is
the same song
definitely
over and
the
over.
same. Cry
You
every
think
song.
so?
Every song.
Go
is the
play
same.
his,
Every
go play 10 songs back to back from a different year every year. You will
Every
not
song.
see a
I'm
difference.
telling you.
There's no
I
growth
had
to
to
that.
download-
shit.
He has evolved. He
like
has evolved
60 of
so
them
much
for-
though.
for
Like
off
he
of
has
DJ
developed
set.
his
Nah.
Yes, not.
what? He's
Same
I had to
gotten
listen
so
to
much
him
better.
back to back to back
Same-
to back. I was
same
downloading music
song.
for a DJ set, and I
Right.
had to listen to it to make sure it was the right song. And I kept going back, like, didn't I just download this?
Right. Same song. You
Well,
falling
damn.
for the trap thinking it's different when it's not. Same
I
song.
like Lil Baby. I like him.
You do because he's from Atlanta, man.
Same
I like
song.
him because he's from Atlanta.
Atlanta got a transfer the music
Right.
game right now, man.
Same song over and over. Over.
Jesus,
and over.
y'all
you
Same
are
falling for the
crucial.
trap.
Same auto tune, same flow.
Same auto tune,
Hey,
yeah.
stop,
same.
stop
I
falling for
mean,
that trap. You heard Reset.
It is
Fall
true.
for the track. You fall for the track.
I think his flow has evolved from years ago, for sure. Y'all don't think
He's
so?
not saying wah 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 no more in his verses. But he's still the same song.
You know what? I don't think you know what. Let me see. Is this content different? He does one different thing. He talks more about money now because he has more of it. That's the change. He was street rich. Now he regular rich, and he talking like
Now he
regular rich.
regular rich.
Yeah,
Now
that's the
he
difference.
regular rich.
That's the
Jesus
evolution
Christ.
of his shit. Drake did the same thing. Drake was
Jesus.
kind of rich. Now he's super rich.
Now he's
Right.
super rich, and his shit
He
is
just-
so unrelatable.
He
So
just told us
unrelatable.
he just switched it up. He told us he was rich with an Afro beat in the background.
Yeah, he
And then
definitely.
then he got the cultural Infinity Stones.
Wait, Drake,
Right.
Drake,
Drake got the
Drake has-
cultural Infinity Stones and said, "I'm hanging with WizKid. I'm still rich, nigga."
Drake has a
Right.
new radio station on Sirius. Have you guys ever given it a listen?
Never, and I won't.
It's really bad.
I bet it is.
It's really bad. It's
Drake's a money grab now.
Because it's all over the place. I'm sure.
it's really all over the place. A lot of the music that they play is like the trash hip hop that you don't ever want to hear. It's like these
Young boy?
weird.
A lot of young boy. a lot
Yo.
of young boy over there.
MF Doom.
Yo, it's
Oh,
bad. I
MF
hate it.
Doom?
I really hate his station. It's a lot of Afro beats, but then it's like a lot of his old stuff that, you know, that you would never hear on the radio, which I mean, I like vintage Drake, but a lot
Drake's
of his
getting to that
is he playing
that
like
J
those?
range where he started to be unrelatable and doesn't make good shit no more. He gotta take a
Yeah.
hiatus and a break.
It's like he's
and come
rapping
back.
to he's like he's rapping to Jay and Puff. They don't people
Oh,
that
no.
can relate.
He like, yeah, rest of the niggas don't relate, and they just like, yeah, we don't, nigga. So what do you want us to do? We
Right.
can't.
Drake is
can't
my
get
favorite
jiggy with-
content
I can't get
creator right
jiggy with
now.
This shit. You said what?
I do.
Drake is my favorite content creator. He been on podcast. He been on podcasts, and he's just been on the internet like
Yo,
free.
he
recently.
has
I don't
been
know why.
lately. I don't know what's
Right.
going on.
Drake. The thing is that Drake does still do regular people stuff.
Yeah, that's
He
what's so
does.
funny.
He really does. And it's so funny because he don't even
And get
talk
mad
about
at
it.
you that like, why I can't just be regular?
Right.
Mhm.
No, nigga.
Yeah.
Drake just walk into Trillburger just like
Right. Just
Like-
pull up.
getting 2 burgers and fries and shit.
right.
Like, nigga,
Like,
get the
we
fuck
don't-
out of here.
You don't have somebody go pick that up for you.
Like he doesn't walk into Trillburger like
Right.
Like, nobody
Causing a whole
knows, like-
riot.
You roll your own weed.
Crazy. You're crazy.
Drake is definitely a look at me type of nigga. He got light skinned bitch energy. Like he really
He
just,
likes it though. That's how he. But
that's
he
how he
has-
is though.
That's his,
But
but he
own
has
brand.
had. To be fair, I feel like Drake has had to be that way because if he wasn't, he would be miserable. Like everybody they've been dogging Drake since they found out he was from Degrassi. Like, come on,
Not
he
enough.
has to be.
Not nearly enough.
I think he embraces it. Like he doesn't take.
Well,
himself
now
too
he
seriously.
embraces it. I think initially he didn't want to, but like he doesn't have a choice unless he wants to go and cry about it every day.
Nothing
he
sticks
does.
to him because he doesn't take himself too seriously.
You don't see the name of his albums?
I think
does
that-
go home and cry about it. Probably.
He does.
That's true. This is true.
Oh yeah, go
He
home and
will
cry
say-
about it.
He even admits that I be emotional. Like, sir.
That nigga made a song about being mad on the first date with Rihanna. Like, I mean, come on, nigga. He's
Aw,
he's an
geez.
emotional nigga.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Niggas haven't forgotten.
Marvin's Room is like one of the
Yeah, we don't
biggest songs
forget.
ever.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that was
Got
definitely
the actual
weird.
clip from the chick got the pen to give her royalties. Like,
Yeah. That girl had to sue him though, right? Because she didn't even know he was gonna use her
yes,
and he
come
didn't
up
tell
and
her.
like, yo, this is a fucking
Like, we were on the
million
phone,
stream
sir.
song. Like,
Right, he said, listen, like
give
yo,
me
is
my
that me?
money, nigga. What you
We
mean?
were on the phone. Wait a
Yes, nigga.
fucking minute.